welcome to my channel. It's Jamie Jam Oracle. Today we're going to do another Girl World reading for Foodie Beauty. She's done a couple of live streams from her car, but I don't really think much is going on. So let's see if the spirits can give us some insight into what's going on that we can't see on camera. So again, let's welcome the spirits just like I welcome you to this reading. Shuffling the cards right now, we're focusing our energy on Foodie, on Chantal, and see if the spirits have anything to say. I'm going to do a series of 3-card draws. Whoops, I have a jumper. Who is it? Oh, we get this one a lot for her, and it's usually right side up. It is giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, and charity with the 6 of Pentacles. Again, 6 of Pentacles, when this card shows up, my feeling is this is how Chantal sees her position in life. That she's the one that's giving. She's the charitable person. And I don't know if charitable is the word. But, you know, she's the one that's generous, you know, whether it's, you know, giving us content or, to be honest with you, because it says financial connotation, this card usually shows up when we talk about Salah as well. It does feel like she might be giving him money. That's usually what that means when that card comes up. So keep an eye on that. There might be some relationship stuff going on, but let's continue with a shuffle. Spirits, thank you for that. Let's start our 3-card draw. Let's see, we have 1, 2, the Chariot, I got that the last time too, and 3. Okay, let's push these forward, and let's start. All right, so we have the 8 of Swords. It is reversed. It says self-limiting beliefs, inner critic, releasing negative thoughts, opening to new perspectives, self-acceptance, and freedom. Freedom is a word that pops up a lot with Foodie. Mostly when I was reading her cards when she was in Kuwait. But I think freedom just says that she doesn't have anyone like tying her down. I think in Kuwait it was Salah. And in Canada when I was getting freedom before she revealed she was in Canada, I had a funny feeling that the tying her down was her mother, really, because her mom doesn't allow her to live stream in her house. That could be what this is kind of implying, or it could be it's in the past position. It would be Foodie's yearning for freedom, you know, like wanting it, and even like the releasing negative thoughts as well. She does that a lot on camera. So I think this is just representing her in that past state of being tied down. So you have the person in the picture is tied. I think that was a little bit more literal on the spirit's part. We have the Chariot. Now, if you remember in my last read for her, the Chariot was one of the cards that had fallen out of the deck. And at the time, I didn't understand, didn't really get what it was trying to say. But I think at the time, it was letting me know that Foodie had gotten kicked out of her apartment. But I did say she does get a lot of movement cards, which that's what the Chariot is. It's about movement. So it talks about determination, willpower, control, direction, departure, and courage. Control also is a big word that pops up in Foodie's reads. I think she's always looking for control, whether it's a relationship or whether it's any situation that she's in. So even like when she was getting kicked out of her apartment, she worded it in a way that was like, well, I decided to leave. I said I couldn't stay there anymore, and I didn't feel safe there anymore. And because she wants to control the narrative that she's making all the decisions in her life, and she's the one that's in control, and she's on top of everything, you know. And I think that's what this Chariot is representing. It's not only just a physical movement for her, but it's also her determination to have control. It does talk about departure again, like, so we still have movement and we have control, and I do think this is her present state, as is the position of the card. Let's move on to the 5 of Swords. It is reversed. It says past resentment and desire to reconcile, making amends and desire to forgive. Gotten this one for her too. Definitely, there's something keeps popping up with her past. Like something going on there. Like I don't know if there's an ex that she has a desire to forgive or the desire to reconcile. Like is that with I know there's some rumors that her and Salah aren't, they're not physically together, therefore people are saying there's problems with that relationship. But definitely something with the past that she's reaching out for. With Foodie, that's not too much of a stretch. I do think mentally she does tend to live in the past quite often. But let's continue the read. Just going to push these aside because I don't want to lose them. I don't want to forget them. I just want to make more space. Let's talk about this card because this card is in the future position. So let's ask the spirits, is there more you can tell us about this? Oops. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I think I just dropped those. Yeah, because my hand slipped. It was a lot of cards. It wasn't just like one or... It was quite a bit. But let's ask again. Just in case, spirits, is there more you can tell us about this Five of Swords in Foodie's future? Any clues to this past resentment, the desire to forgive, anything at all? Oops. Let's get one more good shuffle in there. Give the spirits time to... Oh. I keep having multiple cards fall out. So let's just read these two real quick. Maybe there is something the spirits are trying to say. The King of Wands. Oh, and the Devil. The Devil also shows up in Girl World readings quite a little bit more often here recently. But the King of Wands, he is upright, says natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture, overcoming challenges, mature, career focused. I don't know who this King of Wands is. I don't know, because the King... I know it implies that it's a masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be whatever, whoever this card more accurately represents. But entrepreneur, big picture, mature, career focused. I don't know who that could be in Chantal's life, but maybe it's a clue to the past resentment, the desire to forgive. Not sure. But then it also comes hand in hand with the Devil, who is reversed. It says releasing limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts, detachment, freedom, restoring control, resentment, and lack of will. So again, we have keywords in the reversed Devil that is coming up. Sorry. We have control. And in this Devil, it's talking about restoring control. And then it's talking about resentment, which I believe is here. Is it? No. It was the future card. Past resentment. So we're talking about resentment again. And restoring control. And we also talk about the lack of will, which the Chariot also represents willpower. So this reversed Devil is saying at one point, I think whoever the King of Wands is representing, I think it's whoever Chantal felt like she had control over. Someone that she has learned to resent over time. And then now we have this one, the past resentment, desire to reconcile, making amends. And the Devil's talked about restoring control. Devil also talks about freedom, which, again, freedom is another word for Chantal. So I just think all of those things together is saying, Chantal is her motive is the reversed Devil. Like I said, restoring control, and she has resentment, but in the current position, or in her current state right now, she has resentment. But she does have this future where she wants to put it behind her, wants to reconcile. But reconcile with whoever this King of Wands is. So So let's push that aside. And let's ask the spirits, since they are so talkative today. Spirits, who is this King of Wands in Chantal's read? Can you give us a clue? I don't know too much about Chantal's past, so if you guys have any clue as to who the King of Wands could be, you can also comment below. But let's see what the spirits have to say. All right, no jumpers. We have a Knight of Cups. We have the Star. And we have the Hanged Man. They are all upright, which is interesting. All right, so the Knight of Cups says creativity, romantic, charm, imagination, beauty, knight in shining armor, following the heart, Prince Charming, and proposals. Okay, so definitely this is implying that it may be a past romantic relationship. Someone she thought very highly of, her knight in shining armor. All right, then we have the Star, who's upright, says hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, and rejuvenation. All right, so we have renewal and rejuvenation, which kind of, again, goes hand in hand with the restoring control, like something is coming back, returning. Yeah, the Devil was the restoring control. So, like, with the Star, there's like a renewal. That's one of the words in the card. But yeah, so the card, the spirits are saying like it's going to start again. So again, like this King of Wands is someone I believe she's had a past relationship with. And then we have the Hanged Man, who is upright, says pause, surrender, letting go, new perspective, enlightenment, viewing things differently than before, deep insight, sacrifice, change, and release. Okay, so viewing things differently than before, I think would have to come along with like the resentment. So like I said, now in her current state implies that she's still holding on to a lot of resentment, but in her future state, it's talking about letting go of resentment. And with that has to come a change of view, or even deep insight, I guess, or it does say surrendering and letting go. And which surrender is a very weird word for Foodie, because we talk about restoring control. But I think the letting go and the surrendering part is whatever negative thing happened with the King of Wands. Whatever thing that caused her to resent the King of Wands, she needs to let that go. To let the resentment go. To reconcile what she's lost, and to gain back whatever control she thought she had over the King of Wands. Because whether it was real control or imaginary control, like that's how Chantal views it. She views it as control, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. Don't worry, we're not done. I'm just making those nice and neat stack where I probably will not find my reference card ever again. But that's okay. Let's continue the read. See if the spirits have any more tea. All right, spirits, you've told us a little bit about what's going on with Chantal romantically. Oops. Oh, well, that fell out of there. I think it was reversed when it fell out. Let's read it like that. It's the Six of Wands. It is reversed as egotism, lack of confidence, lack of recognition, unpopular, discredited, private achievement. Unpopular and discredited, I think. And definitely egotism. I thank you, spirits, for that little blurb about Chantal. Definitely smug right now. I get that, spirits. Thank you. What's going on with Chantal? I guess her family life. The energy between her mom, her sister, and herself. Is there anything you can tell us about that? Any tea you would like to spill? Or if there's none, well, don't worry about it then. Well, just let us know. What do we have? Oh, we have the Lovers, which is strange because I asked about family. But it doesn't always have to mean about family. Or lovers, I guess. All right. So let's read these. says love, harmony, relationships, union, partnerships. It does talk about sexuality, passion, deep love, a choice, the strength of two together. Uh, it's a love card. So the spirits are saying, yeah, there's love there. There's and it is in the past position, so I just wonder if it's the harmony, like there was like a really good relationship with her family. Um or at least that's how like things started, but let's keep reading because it could still be love and harmony there. Let's just go with the Ace of Pentacles. It's reversed as lost opportunity, missed chance, bad investment, lack of planning, and foresight. Oh, maybe this isn't family. Oh, well, it depends on which family the cards are referring to. Are they referring to Salah and her? Like, because then this would make sense because a lot of times when I would get the read for them, for Salah and Foodie, it kept talking about partnerships and, partnerships implying, two together. Also talking about love and harmony, the relationship, partnership. Yeah, partnerships show up right there. So maybe the spirits mistook my family question. It does say lost opportunity, missed chance, bad investment, lack of planning, and foresight. That could be in the present, and it is in the present position. Definitely bad investment. Lack of planning and foresight, definitely, I think, is something that's going on with her currently, whether it's her living situation or it's her love life. I do believe it's relevant. And then we have the third card. It is the Four of Swords. It says rest, relaxation, meditation, contemplation, recuperation, retreat, renewal, and solitude. Okay, so it's funny because we start with the strength of two together, and then we end in solitude. Even talking about retreat. So again, like there's movement in her cards, and this one's implying like a runaway. And it does seem like perhaps running away from the relationship, which is very interesting. Which technically she did. She did run away. So let's do one more. Just one more 3-card pull. Talking about the solitude, the retreat. Spirits. What does this card represent for Chantal? This Four of Swords. Maybe the rest and relaxation is her just being at home. I don't know. We have Temperance, who is reversed. Ooh, we have the Five of Cups, who's also reversed. And the Two of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and read our last 3 cards. Push everybody up. For some reason, I have the camera tilted up. It's much further away than what I'm used to, but let's continue. So Temperance reverse says imbalance, excess, extremes, overindulgence, alcoholism / addiction, self-healing, and realignment. Definitely something that could be in the past and present for Chantal. The extremes, the excess, the overindulgence, even the addiction part of the card. I believe I got this card the last time I did her read. I really do. And now the next card, the Five of Cups. I'm pretty sure I did get that for her too. I just don't know if it was reversed. But this one is acceptance, moving on, finding peace, personal setbacks, and self-forgiveness. Okay. So moving on. So again, like we're talking about movement. Now this movement is an emotional movement. And that's also talking about finding peace, which can go hand in hand with like the past resentment and forgiving that. So right now she's looking for peace. She's looking for peace of mind, whether it's romantic or emotional. It does seem like she's trying to sort things out at the very least, I think. I do believe with the, the Devil? It did talk about exploring dark thoughts. And perhaps that is where she's trying to find her peace with, is within those dark thoughts. Because it does feel like an emotional moving on. We have the Two of Pentacles, says multiple priorities, time management, adaptability, and balancing decisions. So it's funny because the Temperance card is talking about imbalance. And then this Two of Pentacles is talking about balance, like trying to find balance, trying to balance out her life. She had multiple priorities, definitely something that's going on right now. Like she's trying to keep her channel going. She's trying to find somewhere to live. It does seem like she's trying to get her life back together, or at the very least she was. It does talk about time management too. Like it does seem like there's something that she's trying to make happen within a reasonable amount of time. She talks about time quite a bit. Like she doesn't have time. And that's something that she's really struggling with right now, or at least she's going to if that's in the future position. Okay, well that was super interesting. We're just going to have to keep our eyes peeled for whoever that king, was it the King of Wands? I can't even remember it now. That's why I needed the cards with the definitions on. Yeah, it was the King of Wands, because I have a terrible memory. But whoever this King of Wands is, it seems like we're getting a new character, or maybe a return of an old character, as it seems. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for that person. Remember, we thank the spirits for helping us out today, just like I thank you for watching and, getting to this part. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day.